Hello everyone, my name is Tej. This is my first video on YouTube. I will be uploading videos explaining various coding concepts and questions using the programming language Java. You can use any other programming language too, like C++, Python, etc. As the programming language is not important because the concept is the thing that remains the same in all languages. So today I will be explaining LeetCode problem number 217, that is contains duplicates. The question goes like this: given an integer array, print true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and print false if every element is distinct, that is different. So taking a sample array first we will follow the brute force approach. Int array is equal to 1432. N will be the length of the array. So let's first initialize a variable isDuplicate. That will be a Boolean variable, and we will set it to false in the beginning. So now we will start a for loops that starts from I equals to 0 and goes till the length of the array, that is n. Okay, so this is traversing the complete array basically. So now we will start an inner for loop that will go from j equals to I plus 1, that is the next element of I, till the length of the array. Okay, so I'll explain later. So then we'll check if array I is equal to array j, and if it is true, then we'll set isDuplicate as true. So now let me explain what's happening here. So when the outer for loop, when I goes from 1, 4, 3, 2, and the inner for loop j goes from 4, 3, 2, for example, when I equals to 1, then j will be equal to 4. So it will check if 1 is equal to 4. In this case, obviously it's not equal to 4. But imagine if the second element was 1 here, then j would have been equal to 1. And then I equals to 1, I equals to j, it would have satisfied the condition, and isDuplicate would have been set to true. And in the end, we will print system. In short, we can write syso isDuplicate. So this is the brute force approach. Let's go to the code of this question. So coming to the code for the brute force approach, we will first initialize the array as 1432. Then we will initialize n as the length of the array. Then we will initialize isDuplicate variable as a Boolean variable, and we will set it to false in the beginning. So now the for loop, the outer for loop will go from, as I said, I equals to 0 till I less than n, I plus plus. And the inner for loop will go from j equals to I plus 1, that is the next element of I, till the complete n, the complete array, and j plus plus. So it will keep on incrementing. So now we will check if the array I element is equal to array j. Okay. If it is true, then isDuplicate will be set to true. That means that there is a duplicate value in the array. So we have checked using that, and we will in the end print the isDuplicate variable. So what is happening here in the first place? So when I equals to 0, that is the element 1. So that it will check the j loop, that is the inner loop, will check the other three elements. So j loop will start from 4, 3, 2. So when I equals to 1, it will check if I equals to 4. But it is not, because element array of element I is not equal to array of element j, because 1 is not equal to 4. So it will go to the next part. Is 1 equal to 3? It is not. Then it will go to the next part. 1 equals to 2? That is not. So the iteration for 1 is complete. Now it will go, the value of I will become 4 now. So 4 will check if 4 is equals to 3, that is false, if 4 is equal to 2, and so on. I hope you get the idea. So, uh, but the problem with this code is that it is of time complexity OM square. As you can see, two nested for loops are being used. So it is a quite heavy, I would say, algorithm. So it is not the optimized approach. First, let me run this code. So as you can see, we are getting the output as false because there is no duplicate value in this. So if I add a duplicate value like 2 in this, then I run again, we get true as the answer because there is now a duplicate value. So as I said, this is of O n square time complexity. So now I'll show you the optimized approach for this.
Now coming to the optimized approach, which is the most important one, and you should show it to any interviewer or anyone you are showing at the time. So first we initialize the array, like the earlier array that we had 1 4 3 2, and then n equals to the length of the array. Then the boolean variable that is duplicate will again be initialized as false. Okay, then here we will sort the array first. For sorting in Java, we can use the sort function, arrays.sort. So the array has now been sorted. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the new array that we have now. So now we will start a for loop again, starting from I equals to 0 till n minus 1. And then we'll check that if the array I element equal to array I plus 1. So if the array is sorted, like imagine if the array had this element 1 1 2, okay, then array I would be 1, then it would check array I plus 1, this is also 1. Then this is possible only because the array is currently sorted. That's why it would be printing is duplicate equals to true. Okay, it equals to true. And here, as soon as we get to know that there is a duplicate in the array, we have set the is duplicate as true, we can break the flow, break the for loop to save time and lesser the time complexity. And then in the end, we can just print is duplicate. This is an optimized approach which solves the problem in ON time complexity. Let's go to the code.
So coming to the optimized approach now, we will first initialize the array as we chose 1 4 3 2. Then we will initialize n equal to r dot length, then boolean equals to is duplicate, sorry, here it equals to false. Okay, now we will use this special library of in Java that is used to used to perform various functions using arrays. That is import java.util.arrays. So we can sort using arrays.sort arr. Now here the array has been sorted. So now we will start the for loop, starting from covering the whole array, going from 0 till the end of the array. And we will check if the current element, that is array I, is same as array I plus 1. Because think for yourself, if the array has 1 1 2 2 3 3 something like this, if the when the loop is starting, array is 1, and it will check the next element. If it is sorted, it will be the same. If there is a duplicate value, so it will be set to is duplicate equals to true. And as soon as we find a duplicate value, we can break the loop and break the function, as we have successfully achieved our goal of finding if there is a duplicate value in this. In the end, we will print the is duplicate variable, whether it is true or false. So if I run this code now, as this is, just a second. Yeah, for this we have to run the array till n minus 1, because think for yourself, if the n minus 1 would be covered by the array I plus 1. So if now array I comes to the last element, imagine, comes to this element 2, what will be I plus 1 now? It would be nothing because the array has ended. That's why it was giving the error. So I should go till this number, and array I plus 1 will check for this number. So now if I run the array, just a second. Yeah, we get it as false because there is no duplicate value. If I add 3 for here, for example, so now it will give true as the answer. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you. This is solving the problem in O(n) time complexity, as the brute force one was solving in O(n) square. This is solving in O(n) time complexity, which is much better than O(n) square, and so it is optimized. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something from this. Thank you so much.